Hello children, welcome all. Let's continue our chapter coal and petroleum. In this chapter, till now we have learnt about what are resources. Resources or resource is the source or supply from which we get various benefits in one or the other way. And if you see, resources are of two types, namely natural resources and man-made resources. And natural resource is the resource what we can obtain from nature. Example, wind, soil, water, air, etc. And man-made resources is something made by humans for our consumption, and they are not available naturally. Example, all man-made materials we can tell. And then natural resources are of two types, namely inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources or resources that occur naturally and are unlimited in nature, abundant in nature, are called, and which will never come to an end or never get exhausted, are called inexhaustible natural resources. They do not get exhausted by human activities. Example, air, sunlight. And exhaustible natural resources are resources that occur naturally but which are in limited quantity in nature. So by human activities, they will get exhausted soon. They will get completed soon, are called exhaustible natural resources. And exhaustible natural resources, in order to replenish, it takes millions of years. So it will get exhausted soon. For example, forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Then we have learnt about the formation of coal. Coal is formed by 300 million years ago when swamp, that is forest, when it get submerged due to natural calamities like flooding, more and more soil get covered. These forests are covered by different layers of soil and then slowly get converted into coal. So coal is formed by decomposition of vegetation. Then we have learnt about various products of coal like coke, coal tar and coal gas. Then properties of coke. Coke is very tough, porous and black color substance, and it is a pure form of carbon. Then we have learnt about uses of coke. It is used in manufacturing of steel and extraction of many metals. And the processing of coal to get coke, and we get coal gas. Then we have learnt about coal tar. Coal tar is a black thick liquid with unpleasant smell. It contains more than about 200 substances, and it yields many products that are used as raw material for manufacturing of drugs, explosives, naphthalene balls, perfumes, synthetic dyes, paints, plastics, roofing materials, photographic materials, etc. And earlier, coal tar was used for metalling the roads. Nowadays, bitumen, which is a petroleum product, is used for this purpose, that is for surfacing the roads. Next, we have learnt about coal gas. That is, when do we get coal gas? When the processing of coal to get coke, we get coal gas. And it is used as mainly as fuel in many industries. And mainly it is used as a heat source, that is fuel, not as a light source. Previously it was used for street lighting, but nowadays it is used for only as a heat source. Then we have learnt about formation of petroleum and natural gas. That is, petroleum and natural gas, it is formed about 300 to 400 million years ago when sea plants and animals, right, they get buried under the ocean floor, and over time they get covered by different layers of silt and sand, or even called clay, sand, etc. And they over millions of years they buried very deep and deeper and deeper, and due to enormous heat and pressure they turn into oil and gas. And today we can drill down through different layers of sand, silt and rock to reach that oil and gas deposits. And so petroleum is being extracted by this way. And if you see, so let's continue about petroleum. Petroleum and various useful products of petroleum. And petroleum, if you see, it is derived from two words. Petra means rock and oleum means oil. That is, it is mined from the rocks under the earth, so it got the name petroleum. So it is also known as crude oil. Petroleum is also called as crude oil. It is, we call it as fossil fuel because it is formed from the remains of decomposed part of marine organisms. Even coal is also called as fossil fuel because coal is formed from the dead and decomposed part of plant vegetation or vegetation. Here petroleum is also called as fossil fuel because it is formed from the remains of marine organisms. And when you now let us study about refining of petroleum. So petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of various constituents. It contains various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, kerosene, etc. So the process of separating these various constituents of petroleum is known as refining. Got children? So what is refining of petroleum? Petroleum consists of various constituents like petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, kerosene, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. So the process of separation of these various constituents of petroleum is known as refining. So where it is being carried out, it is carried out in a petroleum refinery, a place called petroleum refinery. And now let us study about various constituents of petroleum and its uses. So petroleum gas, that is in liquid form, what we call that as LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. Petroleum gas in liquid form, shortly we call that as LPG. And you know that it is used as fuel for home and industry. So second constituent of petroleum is petrol. Petrol is used as a fuel, motor fuel, aviation fuel, and solvent for dry cleaning. For dry cleaning clothes, they use petrol. So petrol is used as a solvent for dry cleaning. Next constituent of petroleum, that is kerosene. Kerosene used as a fuel for stoves, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. For children, then diesel, as we have already learned, diesel, it is a fuel for heavy motor vehicles like truck, tractor, etc. And also it is used as a fuel in electric generators. Then lubricating oil. Lubricating oil, as the name indicates, it is used for lubrication purpose, lubrication. Then paraffin wax, it is used to make ointments, candles, vaselines, etc. Then bitumen. Bitumen is a petroleum product and it is used for paints as well as road surfacing. So name the constituent of petroleum or name the products what we get from petroleum. Petroleum gas, that is in liquid form, that is LPG. petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and bitumen. So these are various components we get it from petroleum. And as many useful substances are obtained from petroleum and natural gas, these are termed as petrochemicals. So why petroleum and natural gas are called petrochemicals? Because we get many useful substances from petroleum and natural gas. So they are termed as petrochemicals. And other than this, these petrochemicals, it includes both petroleum and natural gas. They are used in manufacture of detergents, fibers, that is synthetic fibers like polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc., as well as polythene and other man-made plastics. So these petrochemicals are used in manufacture of detergents, fibers, synthetic fibers, as well as polythene and many other man-made plastics. And hydrogen gas that is obtained from natural gas is used in the production of fertilizers like urea. And because of these great commercial importance, petroleum is also called black gold. It's a very give reason. Petroleum is called as black gold because from petroleum we get many useful substances. So it is also called as petrochemicals. It is used in manufacture of detergent, fibers, polythene and man-made plastics. And hydrogen obtained from natural gas is used in production of fertilizer. So we call petroleum as black gold. So here both petroleum as well as natural gas together we can call that as black gold. And now coming to about natural gas. Natural gas is very important fossil fuel because it can be easily transported through pipes. So natural gas is stored under pressure as compressed natural gas, CNG. So what is CNG? Compressed natural gas. The CNG is used for power generation and it is now being used as fuel for transport vehicles because it is less polluting. So we can call the CNG as cleaner fuel. And one more great advantage of CNG is that it can be used directly for burning in homes and in factories where it can be supplied through pipes. So nowadays we can see that pipeline gas, network of pipeline exists in Vadodara, Gujarat and many part of Delhi and other places. So natural gas which is stored, it is a very important fossil fuel because it is easy to transport through pipes and it is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. And CNG and this CNG, compressed natural gas, is used for power generation, used as fuel, as for transport of vehicles because it causes less pollution. So it is also called as cleaner fuel. And the CNG is also can be used directly for burning in homes and industries because it can be easily supplied through pipes. So various reserves, big reserves, vast reserves of natural gas are found in India, in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Tripura and river delta of Krishna and Godavari. So one more important question, can coal, this petroleum and natural gas, what we generally call that as fossil fuel, can these coal, petroleum, natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms? Can it be prepared? Because we know that this coal, petroleum and natural gas are produced from the dead and decomposed organisms. Isn't it? Can it be prepared in the laboratory? No. Why? Because their formation is a very slow process, and condition for their formation cannot be created in the laboratory. And we have learned about 300 to 400 million years to convert the dead organisms into coal or petrol. And also, what is the condition necessary is we have to provide them high pressure and high temperature. So this, because of its slow process, very slow process, and the condition for their formation cannot be created in the laboratory. This coal, petroleum and natural gas cannot be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms. So children, till now in this session we have learnt about various constituents of petroleum and their uses, like liquid petroleum gas, which is used as fuel at home and as well as industry. Then petrol, used as fuel in motor vehicles, aviation industry and solvent in dry cleaning. Kerosene, used as fuel in stoves, lamps and also in jet aircrafts. Then diesel, used as fuel in electric generators as well as in heavy motor vehicles. Then lubricating oil is used for lubrication in machinery. Paraffin wax is used to produce ointment, candles, Vaseline, etc. Bitumen is used for the production or manufacture of paints for road surfacing. So, and also we have learnt about natural gas. So natural gas is also a fossil fuel found naturally, which consists of hydrocarbon gas mixture in oil well. And its main component is methane, but also it may also contain various amounts of higher alkanes, and gases like carbon dioxide, helium, nitrogen and hydrogen sulfide are also found in natural gas in small percentage. And also we have learnt about compressed natural gas, that is CNG, and its advantages. That's all for this session. Thank you.